This is the Message Archiving Activation tutorial for administrators. We'll review the basic steps needed when activating message archiving. Once you've confirmed that the message archiving service has been provisioned, there's some initial steps that need to be done before archiving will start. Keep in mind that archiving is its own product and is not tied to the inbound or outbound email filtering. Simply getting the service turned on does not start archiving. It needs to be configured to connect to the archiving mailbox that you, as an admin, will have already set up on your email server. There are two archiving services. Standard archiving, this is for new mail going forward and is what most people will use. And number two is historical archiving. This is an extra service for prior historical mail that needs to be archived. Examples of this are mail from PSTs or a prior archiving service. Today we'll review standard archiving. The first step is to verify your domains. You do that in the Account Management tab and the Domains tab underneath that. Confirm that all your domains are present and that they're spelled correctly, and that they have the correct primary domain and alias domain relationship. These should mirror your internal Active Directory configuration. If you need to make any modifications to your primary or alias domains, you can make that change within nuvoconnects. If you don't have nuvoconnects access, contact the support team for help. The next step is user creation. If you go to the Users tab here, in order for archive messages to be properly associated with their user accounts in the web console, the accounts must first be created. You can do this manually, wait for SMTP discovery to auto-create the users, or you can use directory integration. If you're using directory integration, don't continue to the next step until you've verified that Active Directory has synchronized all of your user accounts. Failing to add all the users would result in archive messages that are unassociated or orphaned and would only be accessible by administrators. The next step is to configure archiving. Let's click on the Archiving tab. This is the Overview tab where you'll see the current status of the archiving service. Let's go ahead and click on the Setup tab. The first thing you want to do is select your data storage location. Next, select your archive retention length. We're going to choose 4 years. If you're going to be using selective purge, check that box here. The next very important step is to put an email in the Archive Change Approval section. For security, emails are sent to this email address when major changes are done. For example, changing the archive retention length. Put your email in here and click on Add, and you'll see this email come up to verify your email account. The next step is to configure journaling, the journal mailbox, and TLS on your Exchange server. You can find version-specific quick setup guides for Microsoft Exchange. See faq.nuvotera.com in the archiving section for the different guides. The next step is to create mail sources within the web console here. Click on the Mail Sources tab and fill out the information to connect to your journal mailbox. Once you've entered your settings in here, click Test Connectivity, and when you've confirmed it, click the Active checkbox and click Save. If you're using historical mail, click this option. Message archiving will automatically begin checking each mail source for new messages within about 15 minutes. And here's an example of an active journal mailbox and statistics. If you have more questions or need additional information, please consult the online help within each page. Go to faq.nuvotera.com or contact the support team.